Jill here, Special Needs Mom Talks. I was just watching the video that I was going to post, and it just really didn't make any sense and was not really cohesive. So I am reshooting the video. I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but here I go. So my takeaway from kind of moving through the complicated energetics post-Thanksgiving, situations where we have to play a role and we're really suppressing parts of ourselves that are the most meaningful, the richness and the joy and the beauty that we get from being a special needs parent and going through some really intense, I want to say trauma, intense experiences that others don't have, that you can really only understand if you've lived through it, are the richest pieces of gold in our inner toolbox or whatever. And often they're the very things that teach us the most and give us a unique perspective on life. And yet it's often the case that we are not comfortable sharing those, or they are offsetting to people. I can't tell you how many times like I've talked about something that's happened in my life that's been just something that's happened, and hadn't realized how possibly horrifying or stressful or depressing or heavy or extreme it sounded until I was around others that hadn't experienced these things. And interesting to observe the reactions and it really kind of showed me basically that I normalized a lot of things that were really, really hard, and to give myself, some grace there. And look what you're going through. These people that you're talking about or talking to, they almost can't handle it, or they want to feel sorry for you, or they want to put you in some box where that fits their story, and you, as the master energetic person, because of the life that you've lived and how you've had to navigate energetically in so many different weird, twisted, convoluted ways, can observe all this and sense it. And I'm not saying that your radar is always 100%. I'm sure it's not. And we as special needs parents do get myopic and hyper focused on things. So it's good to get other people's feedback and to see how they're experiencing what you have to say. And I think that's also why we often hold back, because we've seen that play out. We've seen those extreme reactions, and it's hard to handle that energy when people don't know how to handle what you have to share. So this can be, I think I'm talking about it because around like these holidays, there's a lot of times when we're forced to just kind of dumb ourselves down and suppress ourselves. And it feels constrictive and stifling when we know that what we are experiencing in many ways is the gold, the daggers, the deep traumas that we work through or we witness our offspring and we support as they're moving through, are just give us such richness and unique perspective on a particular type of situation that and pain, or really the beauty and the pain that of coming through it and witnessing strength and just huge wells of inspiration despite the very sad, depressing, often medicalized, maybe not even handled right situations that we're in. We have learned in many cases to find the inner gold nuggets. And when we can't express this adequately, I feel like a little part of us dies, because it's almost like saying what we're living through, our lived expertise, is just non-valid and doesn't matter. So just know, I think that's what I'm getting at, is know that it does matter. It's some of the most rich, even though I know a lot of you might be like, shut the freak up, it sucks so bad, because I know that 2 days ago I was right with you. I think this is how it goes. We go up, we go down a little bit until we learn to really navigate these intensities. The peace and the chaos is like ramping up, and we're learning to energetically, even more than we've been living for years, finding peace and chaos at an escalated level right now. So give yourself grace if you're feeling any of this. If any of this makes sense to you as a special needs parent or a human being watching this, um, it's intense, and let the traumas, let the dark parts, let the shadow be the richness that you take that you integrate and take forward, and it's solid gold. Love you so much.